I'll go, sure.
Black powder. You are going after cuckoo puffs. Okay. So, yeah, think, an absolutely insane cuckoo bird that acts a lot like the Joker. He's just going around, let's put a smile on your face kind of thing. So maybe he has like narcotic gases or something. What do you do?
Okay. So yeah, he'll just make his way over to that part of town, however is the most efficient way. Frankie's is really hard to follow. Yeah, and he's not going to try and hide or anything. He doesn't really do that. So he'll just kind of come out and he'll just like see what the dude's doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Right now, he's basically doing this gas, spraying this gas around, which causes people to just go mentally insane and unstable. Maybe they're like also in a fetal position, hugging themselves and saying random things like, I don't know, there are snakes in our boots, or some just random stuff that don't make any sense.
Oh dear. He'll just start walking towards him. Hey.
Hey! He's got his eyeballs sort of has like the swirling. Instead of pupils, he's got like swirls in his eyeballs. Just makes him look like he is extra cuckoo, extra crazy. Want a gas? He says as he's holding up the canister that he's using to spray on people.
Well, thanks. I was actually wondering if you'd want to see a little magic trick.
Magic trick? I like tricks.
Alright. And kind of inspired by what Gaben started earlier, considering Black Powder's sweetness,
Yes.
he's gonna make his version of angel nectar.
Oh, I like that. Sweet.
And it's still very golden. It's maybe a little bit more like sparkly.
Nice.
It very much draws the eye, and it kind of like doing some water bending with it.
Nice.
And trying to basically just get him into that. If you know people who do drugs, they can zone in on something really close and kind of just focus, and then trying to get him into that kind of state using that.
I don't know what that is, but I want it. I want it.
Apparently it's quite good. I just learned about it today.
He'll try to grab it.
Move it out of his reach.
Ah. I want it. I need it. I need it.
Well, why don't you come with me, and we can see if we can get you some, alright?
Roll up persuasion.
Is this fast talking?
You fast talking. Fast talking. That's your thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He'll say, if you got a lot of this stuff, then yeah, I'll follow.
I can make as much as I want.
He'll follow you.
Yeah, he's just gonna lead him right to jail.
You're not even gonna give it to him.
No.
You're just gonna be like, walk right through here, through these bars.
Yep. Through
All
there.
right.
And then like he'll technically give him some, but it's not real angel nectar. Like I don't think he could perfectly copy it, but it's basically like honey sugar syrup.
Yeah.
It's not as good as
He'll try it and be like, this sucks. Then he'll hear Snap, Crackle, and Pop in the adjoining cells next to him say, hey, Cuckoo! They got you in here too? He says, nah. I came here by my own choice. Nobody tricked me to come in here. This stuff sucks. The Cuckoo Bird says. Hey, you wanna wrestle? You wanna wrestle? One of the elves asks. And yeah, are you just gonna leave?
Yeah, he's just gonna shake his head and leave. It's like, gosh, this never gets any more entertaining. He just walks back to go meet everyone at the restaurant.
Okay, Tori, we're getting down to the last two. So yeah, he's pretty basic. He's a caveman who looks a lot like a twisted version of Fred Flintstone, and he's throwing stone fruits at people and hitting them really hard. That's his shtick.
Whole shtick. So I think Tori will fly in on her broom and first try to like deflect any stone fruits that are going towards any people.
With her magic? Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
And then once people are kind of out of harm's way, I think she wants to just first try to distract him a little bit from throwing the fruit. And
Sure.
he's a caveman, so maybe he's never seen fire before.
Maybe.
So she will kind of like summon like a big old coffee bean and light it on fire with her dark magic and kind of hurl it just past him.
Yeah. You'll throw it past him. The caveman will see the glowing whatever it is go over his shoulder, and he'll say, "Oh." He looks very curious about it. He stops what he's doing. He starts sniffing it. He starts trying to touch it, and then he realizes it's too hot.
So while he's distracted, she'll summon more like, I guess, a hodgepodge of like different bitter flavors. So
Sure.
it could be bitter melon,
Right.
more toffee beans.
Sure. Licorice.
Brussels
sprouts, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And start just hurling all of those at him while he's distracted, and she'll say, "Yabba dabba die." She just
That's amazing. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Just for saying that, for sure, you'll just pelt him with all of this bitter flavor. And for somebody who likes fruit so much, he hates it, and it's enough to like overwhelm him so much that he gets like knocked out at the sheer bitterness that's surrounding him, and he falls over next to the campfire or whatever it is, the burning fire.
Well, and then I'll take him to jail that everyone else is at.
If you want to, you can just magic him to jail.
Magic him to jail. Easy.
Yeah. The cuckoo bird's gonna say, "Oh, it's getting too crowded in here. Star, you're the last one. Let's take it home."
Okay.
So Count Chocolata is exactly what I said earlier. He's a vampire who transforms into a swarm of marshmallow bats, and he tries to bite citizens on their necks to basically control them, become his thrall, essentially.
Okay. So what Star's gonna do, you're gonna hear the Wonder Woman theme song, from the 70s show.
Nice.
I have to say Flavor Senshi. So you'll see Star flying in, but Star will break up into the multiple pieces. Star will land. Each of them will have a rainbow colored scythe, and they'll, use their magic to or Flavor Senshi power to move people out of the way. And then they'll say, whistle and say, "Hey, Chocolata, why don't you check out this golden neck?" And Star will present their neck, and it'll be like all glistening and sparkly and ready for a bite.
Nice.
Don't you want to try? Don't you want to taste?
His fangs he will bare his fangs. He'll immediately transform into marshmallow bats. Starts flying this swarm or flock of bats, whatever they're called, belfry of bat, whatever. Group of bats moves towards you. What do you do?
Star will say, "Perfect, just what I had in mind. Initiate caustic net, catch bats, go!" And so they'll make like a rainbow caustic net to kind of catch all the bats. So
which you succeed.
When the bats touch it, they'll start melting.
Nice. You'll start to melt, but as soon as they do, reflexively, the bats will come back into the vampire form, and he looks wounded, and he'll try to get out of the nets, but he's having issues, so he's entangled in it. Do you do anything else while he's struggling with the net?
Okay, while he's struggling with it, Star will say, "Look, I'll negotiate with you. If you decide to stop biting people, I'll take you somewhere where you can bite all the necks you want. Star's honor."
Where is a place like that? Blah. Blah.
You have to first stay in the net. Promise me you'll stay in the net.
I'm listening.
Okay. Then the other two stars will hook their scythes onto the net and they'll fly him off to jail, drop him in there and say, all in a day's work.
Nice.
And they'll say, Star, as he walks out of the room.
So for the record, the only person who actually killed their people was Ave. For the record, Ave was the one who killed. All right, I'm just pointing that out.
Right?
Okay,
I was all about reform.
Yes.
love it. So you all did this simultaneously at the same time. All of the citizens start to shower you with praises, etc., etc., and you all, I guess, come back to the command center after you've gotten all this, like, after the city started to cheer your names. And lo and behold, when you do arrive at the command center, right at the spot where the computer monitor is a bookmark. Ooh.
Oh, would you look at that?
What's on the bookmark?
The bookmark it's basically a representation of your Ready Persona 1 world. And it's split into two halves. So like the top half represents Saisao City. I'm sorry. And then the bottom half represents Arcadia, essentially.
We've been to your worlds. You guys want to check out ours?
Maybe wait until after the whole, like, you know what? The more the merrier. Maybe they could help us.
I unfortunately can't. I gotta get back to my fiance and to school.
Kind of through. I mean, I have a whole pirate ship to command now. You saw that, Forrest. Oh, you would have been proud of me, Forrest. I didn't fight at all.
That's so amazing. That's
Yeah.
great. Good job. I mean,
talked
no one
my
got
way
hurt,
out.
right?
No one
Good
that
job.
I know of.
I knew you could do it. Keep doing you.
Abe is like,
No one got hurt. Nope.
sweep some of the gold dust under the rug.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Are you all in a hurry to go back? I mean, I feel like we only just met.
Well, we have that. Can we return with that bookmark now?
That's how they work.
We do all the time. We travel from world to world. So it seems like you could.
Takes
Yeah,
a little
this
bit of
isn't
magic.
connected to our library.
No.
Maybe once you're all done with whatever you need to do, you can come back for a visit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely.
Our world needs us.
We can get it done. Right.
Maybe we could have a big dinner together one day. You know.
Sounds good.
A lot more food.
Yes.
Yeah, I can like make something. How does like a fruit salad breakfast? That's amazing, right? Fruit salad, yummy.
I'll get the security golems the build a lot more than just that.
We can cook up
I wasn't gonna make just fruit salad. There was also gonna be potato hash. Come on.
Well, if you're talking breakfast, you need eggs and bacon and coffee.
Yes, coffee.
So out of
normal
character,
coffee, not Lonix coffee.
Eggs are questionable for me. I don't eat bacon and I hate coffee.
Actually, before we leave, how about I make you guys all gifts for helping us out?
Sure.
Another one?
Well, well, yeah. That's a
I'll
big
never
thank
say
you.
no to presents.
All right. So, Hark, I'm just gonna make everyone some sort of like magical artifact, and I'm not sure.
interesting.
I'm gonna allow either you or the other players decide on what Gabe makes them, because Gabe's just basically gonna make.
Interesting.
I feel like he's just going to let like his creativity roll through, and it's just gonna be whatever they kind of want. So, do you want me to make a magic check? Okay,
Sure.
hold on. Good thing I see my.
While you're rolling, speaking of magic items, Sue looks towards Sam, and I'm assuming you're gonna have it like in your pocket or like sticking out of your pocket or something, but you'll say, "Hey Sam, is that a new magnifying glass?"
It is. It is. It's actually really good. In my world, I was able to see what Ave looked like from his world. So I'm going to pull it out and just let everybody check it out and look through it.
So Sam got one of the Todds gave him a special magic magnifying glass that allows him to see things as they truly are, is the way it's been described to him. So yeah, when you use the magnifying glass here and looking at the other characters, yeah, you'll see what they look like back in their RP1 worlds. Anyone who wants to go through and look at the magnifying glass, roll me a perception seeing if you want to look through it. I just want to see what you roll. So it sounds like this would go to Cade and Star. So interestingly enough, Cade and Star, if you were to look through the magnifying glass, yes, you get to see every single person, not just the RP1 characters, but everyone to see what they actually look like in their real forms back in their real worlds. But something that's interesting is that when you look at the RP1 characters, is that there's a flicker, a slight flicker for like a split second that shifts between their normal form and a mass of ones and zeros, like a silhouette of their body, but with ones and zeros inside the silhouette.
Looks like we're special.
Well, definitely you are, but a mass of ones and zeros, doesn't that mean something to do with tech? You know, data, code?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's programming.
Exactly,
my world.
programming.
Well, we do have like a game that we're kind of linked to, and it's kind of messing up our lives right now, so I would not be surprised if that was like a glitch in the matrix, I guess. I don't know. What do you call it, Gabe? You're the tech person.
And like I said, he's working on magic. Can I go and look at it? Like, I imagine I'm artificing. I'm like, oh, what do I need to roll?
Perception seeing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna. You never know.
See what you get.
Fingers crossed.
12.
I'm gonna say with that, you're not gonna notice the glitch in this matrix, so to speak. You won't be able to spot it, at least sight-wise.
Yeah, I don't notice anything right now, but kind of busy.
I mean, I didn't see anything either, and I'm the most perceptive of all of us.
But maybe it's not us, numbers. Maybe it's the characters that are every now and then invading us.
Yeah, like
they are just hovering over us now.
Or is it like our body is the ones and zeros, or is there ones and zeros close to us?
It's like your bodies are ones and zeros. Your bodies are made of ones and zeros just for a split second.
You know what'd be really crazy, guys? If like we were characters of a game or something, and like somebody else was controlling us, that would be like funny, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know why my player would want to get me to have a divorce. So
yeah, like half of us are orphans. Like, what's up with that?
I mean, coming from somebody who met their writer,
yeah,
it can be dicks.
What did you say, Cade?
They sound like sick bastards.
Well, Dan the man who wrote our initial stories, true, he didn't write us all as shining examples of what we could be, but it was a start for us to be able to then write ourselves the way we want to be. So something to keep in mind. Maybe you're writing your own code right now. You've just got to figure out how to control the code that's already laid down.
I mean, it could also be the fact that the code, us and the code world are merging.
Yeah, that too.
I mean,
there's an evil
was-
tentacle face thing, right?
Yeah,
It was like
that Dr. Kemper thing. Didn't they say something about? Like, I forgot exactly. They said.
I think it was Mind Fryer. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of like a Mind Fryer? I mean, you know like what a beholder is. So like maybe you know what a Mind Fryer is.
Yeah. There's some not everything. I know they're powerful have powerful psionics. They usually work in pairs because they're connected to like a hive mind.
Great.
So like
More than
ants.
one.
So like psychic ants? Don't we know a psychic ant? Well, mantis.
They're not bugs, or
I'm not the scientist.
they're. It's hard to explain. I'm not 100% sure. Also, your items are done, and just gonna give them. Actually, I do have a good. I actually do have idea for Alex for Frankie's. So for Frankie's, he gives you what looks like to be a treasure map.
Mhm.
And if you open it up, it's wherever your surroundings is, and you can see where everyone else is, and like you can move it to like zoom in, zoom out.
It's the Marauders map.
Yeah, so
It's amazing. Love it.
It has a
Wherever
meat
you're at.
grinder plugin.
So wherever
There
you're
you
at,
go.
Yes, a meat grinder plugin. Love it.
Throw that away.
I think for Sam, I think he will basically give him a set of glasses, but these glasses have like different like visions
Oh, nice.
for detective work.
Perfect.
Nice. Like black light or heat
Yeah.
vision. Nice.
For Tori, he made a new jacket, like a new he can actually sew.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
He goes, "Don't worry, I just went with black, so it's not going to be like my outfits."
Oh my gosh, this is really awesome, and this is way better than what my sister can make, but don't tell her that.
Yeah, and I'll say it basically lets you hide better in like whatever way, like maybe like shadow or something. Nothing too like
Ooh.
crazy. For Black Powder, he goes, "You're gonna be a dad, right?"
Mm-hmm. I mean, I kind of already am. He looks at Frankie and Tori and Kate, actually.
He shows a ring. He goes, "This will give you a sense if any of your children are in some sort of trouble."
That'll be going off for me like a lot.
For a moment, I thought
Same.
for a moment when you were talking about Black Powder's kids, I thought you were going to gift him some Stole 95.
No.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Basically, have a walking Weasley clock.
Yeah. Just let you know.
Mhm.
And he goes,
That's
"And
amazing.
for you, Star," and he pulls out what looks like to be a microphone, but like a shape of a star, and each one are like the star colors
Uh-huh.
are within it. And he goes, "A microphone that," and basically talks in it, and like just through magic wise, it just like changes tones, like stuff, amplifies the voice as much as you want. It's just like magical voice manipulator.
Star is gonna be like, with this, but he'll sound like Abe. With this, I will become all powerful.
And it has an extra function that it can be used as a catalyst, and it can split with the rest of the with the five of you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
I had this idea. We totally don't have to do that, but I had this idea of Gabe gifting Star a decoy so that every time he gets kidnapped, he'll get swapped with the decoy.
You
It's
captured their
extra gift.
stunt double.
Yeah, there's something.
It's a and no, that'll be the extra gift. And he goes, "Take this." Right, this is also another ring.
Oh, what's this?
If you ever get kidnapped, it
Uh-huh.
swaps you with a double.
Star immediately slides it on and says, "Oh, I don't know if I'll ever use it, but thank you."
I envisioned the thing where he'll get if he's like in bed, he'll just swap places and it'll just be a bunch of pillows stuffed under a blanket in bed. With like a paper bag with a smiley face drawn on it.
Stardust ends up using it to like ditch his security detail to go have fun.
Yes.
Reverse kidnapping? I don't know.
Right? I kidnapped myself. I'm the president.
It needs to have a downside to it. Like, you know how in I think in Pokemon there actually is a decoy power, but you lose like half your HP when you do your decoy. So I want to have that restriction at least, that he'll lose half his HP.
That's fair.
But he leaves a decoy blanket.
But yeah, things are getting weird. Something about a catalyst and a guy named Dr. Kemper. We caught him recording because Cade slipped something into his pocket. So yeah. We have this place called Live in La Vida where we're literally like people are getting trapped in. So we still have to deal with that.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were right about to jump into an advert for joining Live in La Vida, and I was about to scold you. But thank you for not doing that.
Why would I want to?
No, you're like a company man, right? It's like
yeah, but that's not my section. My section is just the pure game.
Okay, well, let's be honest. It's gonna be your section if
I what?
You know.
I what? What? Gabe actually looks like actually confused.
You better spill that tea.
Well, it sounds like you all have.
She's cute, I guess.
Sounds like you all have quite a bit ahead of you in different aspects. If there is truly something going on that's, I mean, we've heard them called glitches before. You definitely need to figure out what's going on and why. And to do that, you're going to have to rely on each other pretty heavily. I know each of you is a little bit different, so you all bring different things to the table to help each other out. And Sam's going to pull out a red chess piece that's a knight. And pop it down and say, this one I really needed to get with the help of my friends. And it really signified us being able to stop some bad stuff from happening. Bad stuff happened before we were able to get it, but it was kind of an indicator that a war was coming. So take this with you as a reminder that even in the most odd circumstances, even with the craziest things that you can imagine, there are times you really have to fight to get good resolutions to be able to move to the next place. And sometimes you have to rely on each other, even when you don't know or think that you can.
No offense, but I think we've already been doing that really well here lately. Thank you for the advice. Do we need to make like a night piece? What would be our sign, guys?
I don't know.
I vote Minotaur.
It's always the Minotaurs. Always the Minotaurs.
Are you? So 2 questions. Are you offering this to one of the characters?
Yes.
Who are you giving it to, or who's taking it?
I'm just holding it out to them as a group.
Cade, when you grasp the red knight chess piece, it actually feels very warm to the touch. Not to the point that it's burning your hand, but think if you were feeling somebody's forehead who has like 101 or 102 degree fever. It feels quite warm. So I'll give that detail.
Yeah, just feeling it. I'll kind of sleight of hand, have it vanish, pocket it, and just say, "Well, thank you, and thank you all. You didn't have to help us, so I appreciate you all going out of your way to help us. It was a pleasure to meet you all.
You're all welcome back anytime.
Thanks, Reggie. I appreciate it. Don't be too crotchety, okay?"
I try not to be. I've gotten
Gotten
better.
sweeter.
Family dinners are on Sundays,
Mhm.
and Sue is getting better and better at cooking. Oh, by the way, Sue, I have a big jar of honey you can use for desserts. Here, don't ask how I got it. Don't ask how I got it. Just don't ask.
Not from that bee, right?
No.
Frankie, you are a terrible liar.
And it's also
honey
not.
is honey. It worked just fine.
I remember there was also that honey that we found in Tori's world too. So
Uh-huh.
that's not this
Let's
either,
not talk
right?
about that, honey.
That's definitely not that one.
Okay,
No.
good. Just want to make sure. That's a long story, y'all. She says.
Us
Maybe
and
you should
honey.
read our book.
Us and honey.
Well, if we
Good
stop
story
by, I'll
for
bring the
dinner.
kids.
I would love to. Maybe I could teach Sue some things about cooking.
Huh.
Not terrible, but
I would love to learn. Absolutely. Somebody mentioned something about apple dumplings.
Yeah,
Kate has a really good recipe.
Oh. Am I allowed to take a peek, sneaky peek?
At my recipe.
Sure.
I'll take a picture on my phone of it and show her that.
Sure. She'll say, "Oh wow, this is pretty detailed, and they're handwritten too. Normally, people don't bother handwriting recipes like that anymore. Mad
They're only
respect.
special people.
Mad respect." She'll like jot it down, or you could probably presumably send the text message. So whatever, she'll have it. If I do add this to the restaurant, should I name it Cade's apple dumplings or
Cade's killer apple dumplings.
Cade's killer apple dumplings? I like that. So she seems very happy.
Star will look at Cade and say, "Remember, now that you're aware, you have the power to choose better. Keep that in mind."
Cade is visibly very uncomfortable with Star. Kind of nods, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
oh, one other thing. Guys, I'm going to do a speech this afternoon. Do you guys want to come? It'll be fun.
Gotta get home, right?
Yeah, we're kind of trapped in a memory, but not. I don't know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have broke reality for a second there. Like that was my fault.
I think he saved us. So I think good job. But we do need to get back.
Yeah, my dad might be in trouble.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. We didn't even look for Seymour. Was Seymour here? Did any of you guys see an orc? An orc. Did you guys see an orc?
I looked for him. Wasn't in Sam's world. So.
He wasn't with me.
Not us either.
Wait,
Orc?
yeah, an orc. He's green skin, got saber teeth, kind of like tiger. I mean, it's not tiger.
He's very
it's like
fabulous.
A green person. Kind of looks like Cade, but green, and he's got tusks, and he's kind of orcs are kind of buff, but he's not like a normal orc. I think he's rather old too.
Sophisticated.
Haven't seen him, but we'll keep an eye out.
I mean, with this, you guys have shown the power to just come back and forth, right? So when we go back, we check to make sure he's there. If not, then who knows?
Well, I mean, did he go through with us? Do I remember seeing that at all when that happened?
I don't think you were paying attention.
Okay.
So you lost track as soon as you all got split apart.
Another thing, Hark, I want to do. Can I look at our our bookmark. Because remember in the session with Tori, I got a nat like 20 on studying her. Can I study this one to see if it's
You can.
exactly the same or if it's
You
slightly
can
different?
roll me a whatever magic roll or whatever.
Yeah. 26.
They're similar, but for sure different. You have a feeling this bookmark works a little differently from Tori's, at least.
Huh.
You're not really sure what, but there is something different about it.
This one's actually different than yours.
Do you know in what way?
Can I discern if it's stronger, weaker, or
you discern that it's stronger.
He goes, this one is stronger.
Essentially, for some reason, you believe that bookmark that you have can pretty much function similarly to Tori's bookmark, and then some.
So, you know how you guys are a book about a library, and that's where your books come from?
Mm-hmm.
I think this bookmark is for the greater library. So, essentially, this would allow us to go to any... If it works like yours, it will allow us to go to any book.
So we got like a master key to all the universes or something?
I mean, it's our key, so... We gotta put this in a safe space.
I don't think anybody should have that power.
We have it now. And you can't really destroy magical items, or it's very destructive if you try to destroy them. And if this thing is multi-dimensional, I hate to see the ramifications, or the ramifications of breaking it, or the stuff you have to do to break it.
Well, we should keep it safe then.
With great power comes with great power comes great responsibility. So
I can keep it in my lab. So
yeah, because it's not like your house hasn't been broken into before.
Hey, that's your friends that did it.
The same.
Yeah, where do you suggest we put it?
I don't know. Like at the top of a mountain where like nobody lives, and then just never mention it ever again. So like if somebody has sticky fingers and likes selling things on the black market, we don't have that issue.
I don't think leaving something where no one can monitor it is not good. You ever heard the whole stories about putting something in a random place and then random people grab it?
Well, it wouldn't be like a random place, though. It'd be like on the top of the mountain of eternity, beyond the cliffs of despair, past the sea of insanity. You know, like.
You know, we have to actually travel to those places to get to put it there, right?
We just traveled dimensions. Do you think that's going to be a problem?
I mean, who knows? The question with your bookmarks, can you go to any place in your world with it?
Usually, yes.
Guys, we can use this to get to the other side.
Maybe.
A character's world?
Yeah. The character's world is part of the world, right?
Yeah, but Gabe, that's remember, that's like some sort of superhero worlds. We would be way out of our league there.
It's not a superhero world, it's a dead universe.
Well, it's a dead universe that we remade.
Yeah, not where
something
we go.
Very bad is there. Something that if it got a hold of this, who knows what happens.
Yeah. But we can use this.
Maybe let's just fix problems in our world first. Huh?
At least.
Let's keep it small for now. Then later on, maybe.
But the hero world is part of our world. Like, we are merging together.
I know. And if some great evil from a different universe in our world is doing this, and it gets a hold of that, It took over an entire universe. What do you think it's going to do if it has access to every universe in existence?
But here's the thing: is if our world can get one of these, every other world can get them too.
You don't know that. How do you know that?
You really think we're special enough that we're the only ones that gets this?
Well, maybe not to this level or whatever. They can do it, but only in their worlds. But I mean, if you're right about it, we can do it all the worlds.
For now.
Every single world.
Like I said, it's for now. What if they get one that allows them to do it?
I don't know. I know it's very dangerous in the wrong hands.
But if you trust each other, that's really what matters. And it is a leap of faith because I know we've been through it a lot. So you just have to go with it and adapt the best way you can. Good luck.
Like I said,
I trust each other. I don't trust myself.
I don't know why. Like, you can't keep fearing power. The more you fear it, the more it's going to go wrong. Look how strong you are, for us. You literally shouted reality to a different place. If you could... And that's stuff that could be used for good. And I know you can. You just have to believe in yourself. I believe in you. Kay believes in you. A believes in you.
Yeah.
Heck, you practically have the same power as this. Yourself.
Can't control it.
Not yet.
Yes, you can. You created an entire world from your farm.
That was like a little tiny thing. That was nothing.
It's an entire farm. That's a lot, really.
You did that with minimal training and fear of your own power. Imagine what you can do if you just believed in yourself, like we all did. We all do. Like, look at the stuff I'm able to make. I can't make any of this if I just don't believe that I can. I can't do anything if I don't think I can do it.
Forrest, can I show you something?
Depends.
It won't hurt, I promise.
Sure about that? There's more than one way to hurt somebody.
True, but I think you need a little bit of faith in yourself. Doubting yourself will only lead to self-destruction.
Hit me then.
So Star will turn into Rhyolite, the green one, and say, "You seem to be constantly second-guessing yourself. I know all about that. And what I think you're fearing, or what I think you're missing, is hope. Because hope, the absence of hope is fear, and the absence of fear is hope. So just take my hand. I'll show you what Gabe is talking about." I'm gonna have to roll for this, so hold on.
Oh, natural 19.
Okay. So I'm gonna do empath again. And nice. Okay. My empathic ability is... yes. So it's a 13, so I actually do pretty okay. It's not perfect, but it's better than usual.
Okay. That's great.
So, for rest, what you're gonna see really briefly in your head is when you were little on the farm, and kind of the incident that happened with your grandfather, the kind of alternate world you created. And instead of the fear of, like how you said, like the accident, it's more of like, it's kind of like shifting that to more of hope of what can be created, like what Gabe is saying. It's now helping you see the positive side of it. It's not fixing anything. It's not going to make you change your outlook on life, but hope is going to be in the absence of fear and discourage. And you can choose to use that however you will, like with Cade. Does that make sense?
I think so. You said you connected with my mind?
It's more of like, it's you see, I don't see anything. It's more of like, I'm imbuing you with what you need to see, like the truth of something. Does that make sense?
Think of it like reverse empathy.
Yes.
Like
reverse.
Each of the different versions of a star is a specific emotion or feeling or value, whatever you want to call it. And it's basically like enhancing like that feeling or value or emotion within you. He doesn't see anything. He's not tapping in your mind. He's just making you feel something that maybe you've locked away emotionally somehow.
I think instinctively, as you're trying to do your reverse empathetic bond, I'll just naturally, and not even thinking about it, empathetically bond with you. Because I can also do that. And there's a moment where all the emotions just wash in, and it's wrapped up in this plethora of music. It's weird. All this joy is heard in these blaring trumpets. There's fear of the big tubas just boom, boom, boom. There's all these different swirling emotions and sounds that you hear. And you don't think that there's a lack of hope. It's more of there's just more fear than hope. And you'll hear in your head, I appreciate what you've done. I know. It's hard sometimes, and I don't think fear is the same thing, or at least the opposite of hope. I mean, no offense, I think you pretend to know a lot more than you actually do. But you do that to help others, and I do what I do to help others. I just don't know how to help myself sometimes.
Star, out of character, when this reverse connection happens too, because he's connecting with you empathetically, you feel something as well. And it's weird. It's not something that Forrest is thinking or feeling specifically. There's something else there that you're feeling, and it's neutral. Not necessarily good or bad, neutral. But there's this thought that's in your head right now while you're connecting with Forrest that says, Forrest is an anomaly. They break the rules. So do the other three. That is the key. That is what you feel.
Okay. So when Forrest is saying that to Star will open their eyes and say, huh, you and I are more alike than you realize. Music is my language. My key to you is quiet the trumpets. And then Star will look at the entire group and say, somehow you break the rules, and that is a key that will help you. All of you.
Break the rules?
That's what I got when I was tapping into 4S and we were, swapping feelings.
You mean like how every world has rules?
Yeah. Something like that, I assume.
You feel there's some truth to that, Star.
Yeah.
Before I forget to, because I forgot with Cade. Cade, you were given some clarity today. So because of that, from this point forward, you can induce Chrono into Forrest at will, if you want him to. Forrest, you just got some additional dose of hope.
Yeah.
You also can induce yellow at will to manifest within Ave.
Gabe's just chocolate.
I don't know if Gabe's had an epiphany yet. Would you think Gabe has had some sort of like character altering epiphany? I'm not sure if you do.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm just letting everyone else answer that because I just been playing it off.
I'm not sure like you can have an epiphany though. Like Odin is such like a static character, not in a terrible way. It's just like you're a static character and
Well, I think the thing is Odin is like directly the like extension of Gabe's will, and Odin knows that already. So it's not like you can't have a thing the same thing with Ave where he talks to them and they kind of reconcile. They already kind of have that. So I don't think so. I mean, I think I have an idea.
We'll play it by ear. I'm trying to
Yeah.
pick some sort of character moment.
Well, he figured out his mom was an angel of death. That was one of them.
That's true. Maybe that realization. I think that's the start of it. I think there's more to it, though.
I'll talk to this in the blog, but I know what I'm going to do with
Okay.
with Mark that
Cool.
which might. But just continuing, Gabe's like so like maybe. Well, when you guys enter a world, or at least in your worlds, there's rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually.
Yep.
Maybe we're able to break them.
Well, yeah. I mean,
in a way, you broke it by coming into our world.
Exactly.
And leaving. Right? Because when we talked to Dan the Man, he wasn't the Dan the Man from outside. He wrote himself in our story to talk to us specifically. We never actually talked to anyone from outside except you. You're the first. Just by coming here, you broke the rules.
Rules are meant to be broken, so.
I hope so.
I don't agree with that, but sure.
Well, you're here for a reason.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's some grand plan. I don't know. I'm just being me.
Grand plan or not, at least you got what you needed, I think. You can get back, and apparently coming here saved you from a bad situation, so I was looking decent from that perspective, at least.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Thank you guys for not trying to kill us on sight because we're weird or anything. I think I should mention that.
We're just as weird, or if not weirder.
Like I said, we traveled with the talking hedgehog. We know weird, and you're not that weird.
Yeah.
Talking hedgehog?
Mm-hmm.
It's a long story.
That's Lonic.
Yeah,
That's Lonic.
I need to put that away on the shelf.
Well, we'll stop by. I mean, we got this. You can meet Raph and Angie.
That'd be great.
Sounds like fun.
Huh?
Oh, I wish you all luck.
Yes.
Don't destroy your universe.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because
Ours.
we could be part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So don't
No
kill
promises.
No pressure whatsoever.
stick together and do your best. All right.
And always know that you have us to help you if you need somehow. If you can get us out.
Right.
Reggie will actually hold a hand out towards Cade to offer a handshake, but it's completely up to Cade whether or not he accepts it.
I will.
You're a good kid, despite what everybody else seems to think.
Everybody else?
You're all right for an old fart.
And he is going to cheekily ruffle his hair.
Oh,
Oh.
that's so cute. So yeah, if you all say your farewells, whoever has the bookmark, I don't know who has it.
I got it.
Now. Gabe,
Yep.
Daddy, the dad. He will.
The dad.
Gabe, the dad. You are an artificer, so you believe you know how this thing will work, and the 5, 6, including Bobot, 6 including Bobot, and the baby holder Luigi. You all will cross dimensions, worlds, whatever you want, out of Gourmet City And you will end up, as Gabe predicted, not in their library, but in a totally different library entirely.
Wow.
Totally different. It's interesting, this library. It seems larger than the library that some of you actually went to as well, as in Beth Athenaeum's library. There doesn't seem to be an exit anywhere, but one of the main areas that looks like it's sort of like a foyerish area has a circular symbol on it that has all the zodiac signs around it.
Ooh.
The other thing I will point out is that the bookmark that you hold in your hand seems to be tugging you somewhere specifically in the library.
Yeah, it's like one of those water douse rods.
Exactly.
Wow. Hello? As I imagine we're following the bookmark.
Nobody answers. It seems like the library is empty.
Can I scroll through my phone? Like, do the pictures I took in the other worlds, do I look like the other, like my normal
You
self,
do-
or do I look...
You do like your normal selves. Yes.
So, like, even the pictures I took in those worlds?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Correct.
Just so I know.
Okay. You don't have any connection, though. You don't have, like, service here, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just looking through the pictures to see
Yeah.
if they also changed with the world.
Cool. No Googling from here.
Important question is there a fridge that gives you anything you want?
Sadly, no. Not in this library,
Right.
no. I'm
So,
sorry.
We're just gonna follow the...
You will follow the tug of the bookmark. It takes you to a section relatively deep in the library. At this shelf, it's a small shelf that only has a handful of books on it. You look through the books and you will see the Athenaeum book there. You thumb past it, Pokemon Spectrum, Mass Effect Revolution, Mass Effect Collision, Dragon Age Ascension, Dragon Age Resurgence, Dragon Age Intervention. Finally, you do find a book that's called Ready Persona 1. The author at the bottom is by Tritessa Mukamutara. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, watch the other campaigns.
Yeah, I know exactly who Tritessa is.
He looks at it. I'm gonna open up the book. I'm gonna go to like the first page of the book. What does it say?
Yeah, the first page of the book basically is essentially your session 0, essentially. And if you go through the books, it says it pretty much is the play-by-play of everything that happened to y'all before you ended up where you ended up in the crossovers sessions.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is there like a table of contents? Maybe we can get some spoilers.
Yeah, that is the interesting thing is, if you go all the way to the end, it literally stops at the moment that you all got thrown into different directions. And there's still a whole bunch of blank pages left that are yet to be written.
And I assume if we read to the points where like it's all from our perspective. Not, it might be
Correct.
third person, so it's not like we can't go through.
You can't go through and get knowledge that you don't already have. It's all from your own individual perspectives. Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Is this what like the gods do in their spare time? Like this seems really weird. Like who watches us like this? And it's all weird.
So we have a whole universe in this, and we're the main characters.
Shitty story, if you ask me.
I mean, it's writing itself. It's writing itself. But my question is, did someone have to? So that means no one's writing it. It's being written on its own.
Well,
Maybe
it's by this test person. They sound wonderful.
I mean, maybe they had to start it up.
Random cheering.
Maybe it's like a god. They start off the universe, and then the universe just.
You will see that if you look at the Athenaeum book, it says by Dan the Man, right at the bottom.
I'm not sure. I'm looking at all the other books. Do they all have the same author as us, or do they all have way different authors?
They have different authors. Out of character, I haven't canonized who the authors are. So
Yeah.
I'll fill that in later.
I'm just gonna say Gabe looks at each of them, tries to remember the names with his identical memory.
Sure.
Yes.
There are names there.
Yeah.
We'll say that's not important at this moment, but we'll say that you know who they are.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll pick up the one with the flashiest cover and like flip through it real quick, but I won't really do anything else.
Huh. So our book is right next to the Athenium, right?
Correct.
I think when you made a hole, you just jumped us from the next one over.
Oh. So they have like a little universe and we have a big universe? I don't know.
No,
Sorry,
they have
I cut you off.
They have a bunch of mini universes in this big one. So think of it as like our realms. How we have different realms.
This is all too big. I just want to live a good life.
Question, do all the other books have bookmarks in them?
No.
Oh, so if whatever book I'm in, if I flip to the last page, it'll be like yada yada yada, the end?
None of them actually say the end.
Oh.
Every single book actually still has blank pages. They definitely each have a epilogue, but for whatever reason, there's still blank pages beyond them.
Are the Dragon Age ones connected, or like somehow, or is it like?
Yeah, there are 3 different volumes.
Okay.
3 different books. Yes.
Was
This
ours
is-
like a comic?
But they do clearly seem to be like a sequel of each other. Yes.
Huh. Question. I know it's from all our perspective. Is it only from the player's perspective? Is there anything written from the game person perspective? Our game cells perspectives.
I mean, you mean like your Vita characters?
Yeah, not when we're
Yeah.
in it, but like more like since it's two different halves in our. Is it like one's written for Gabe and then the other one's written for Odin?
I'm not sure if I'm answering your question, but when you're shifting into different personas, yes, I mean it's spoken from that perspective.
I was just asking if it was when we weren't shift. Okay, yeah, it's fine.
You don't get additional information from what you players already know from actually going through the campaign. There's no additional.
All right, just
narratives.
Like I'm just making sure. I think Gabe is just like literally like, oh my god, I'm getting all this knowledge.
Well, I don't think we can have anything else, really. I mean, unless we want to go through every single book in this library. How big is this place? Anybody home?
Your voice just echoes.
No librarian either, it seems.
Gabe, you don't think that you necessarily can jump into any of these books, except for your own with this bookmark.
So the bookmark more allows us to go from our world to this bigger library, and that's it.
You believe so?
He goes, well, good news. I don't know if this will actually allow us to jump to other people's worlds. I think it just allows us to go in here.
Okay, yeah, but, right? Theory time, right? Crafting theories, cool stuff. I should probably do it later, but what if all these books are like the physical representation of our universes, right?
Yes.
Keep with me here. I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
If one of the books gets destroyed, does that universe implode or something?
I don't know.
Exactly. So maybe we should still keep it under locks and put it at the top of the mountain of insanity, past the cliffs of despair, and through the sea of sorrow.
Yeah, but this is also connected to our universe. What happens if something bad happens to this?
Well, we know where it is. And we got well, no, I guess we don't have people that can teleport. We'll workshop.
Home yet? Can we go home?
Yeah, I think we should go home. Hopefully Seymour's there. Crap, I forgot to tell them to look out for Seymour. Well, I already mentioned him, but maybe they'll be on the lookout for him anyway. Let's go.
All right. So Gabe activates the bookmark one more time towards the book, and you all do feel yourselves being pulled back in. And you're already feeling physically around your body that you're home. You find yourselves, the 4 of you, 6 of you, include your sidekicks, right outside of Arcadia City. Like you can see it in front of you from a distance. Something's off. The city itself looks like it's been through. It looks like parts of the city has been destroyed or severely damaged. It looks like some major battle happened here. You're not really sure. More specifically, you can see what looks like large vines and trees sort of like wrapping around a whole bunch of buildings, almost like this is a nature versus modern world kind of a war that's happening.
I am going to call my kids. I'm going to call Angie because Raph is a teenager that doesn't answer his phone.
You pull out your phone to call your kids, and your heart drops when you realize this is 6 months later since you left.
See, this is why you don't do multi-purpose plots in stories. It ruins everything.
End of the session.
Time
jump. Time jump.
Wait, I'm away for 20 minutes and 6 months further. What?
Yeah, 6 months later.
Lose.
6 months later.
We solved the problem, Joey.
Sure.